Hey there, I'm sure by now you must have heard or seen the videos of the houses demolished within Ajao Estate and Shasha area of Lagos, Nigeria. But in case you haven't seen this video, take a quick look at them. Alright, so now that you've seen the videos, now let's quickly have a quick review of what are the things that led to the demolition of these 13 houses. Okay, first of all, this operation was carried out by a task force authorized by the Federal Airport Authority and also the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Now, the reasons behind the demolition of these houses are as for lack of necessary building approval and also planning permits. And then secondly, these houses were built on a pipeline, which is a disaster waiting to happen. This was the words of the general manager of the Lagos State Building and Control Agency. So they said that the houses or the owners of the houses lacked the necessary building approval and then permit, and also that the houses were built on an oil pipeline, which can lead to a fire outbreak, which is very, very dangerous to human. And also they also stated that the houses were actually acquired, or the lands were acquired illegally, that those lands belong to the Federal Airport Authority. It was acquired by the FAN, that's the Federal Airport Authority. So according to a statement by the general manager of the Lagos State Building and Control Agency, Mr. Bonaho Oki, as stated by the Punch newspaper, this was what he had to say.
We have served 4 notices to the occupants of these houses, several times for them to come up with what they have. Some of them came with approval, but we found out that they were fake approvals. Some came with different documents, and after that, we served them the necessary permits to move on, he added. I want to make it clear that the land belongs to the Federal Airport Authority, FAA, and the land was acquired for the purpose of building an airport in Lagos, which is the Murtala Mohammed Airport too. Sometime in 2015, we noticed encroachments on the Ajao axis, and the rule is that no building shall be made near the perimeter fence of the airport.
Now, from my own point of view, what I think is that some of the mistakes made by some of these homeowners or landowners in that axis might have acquired this land illegally, based on the fact that they failed to conduct their own due diligence. Because if a land or a property has been committed by the government or any property within the airport area, you should know that there are some building regulations that revolves around that environment. Then there's a kind of structures that are not permitted within the airport areas, and then there is also need for you to get a verified building permit before you can go ahead and construct a property within that axis. Now, I know that this is no longer news that there is an airport already being constructed along the Lekki-Egbe axis, and so far there has been a lot of real estate activities going on in that vicinity due to the developments in that area and due to the business opportunity that might be coming up within that axis. But it's important for you to know, as a real estate investor, if you already own a property in that area or you are planning to get one in that vicinity, it is important for you to conduct a due diligence on those properties that you acquired or you are planning to acquire. And also, if you already acquired one, it is also important for you to get the necessary document, especially when it comes to building. If you are building a residential property or a commercial property, it is very, very important that you get the necessary approval, because there are so many regulations that goes around or that are imposed within the vicinity close to that airport. So if you're building in that area, you should make sure you should ensure you get the necessary building approval before you can commence building on your property. So I'm not saying that you should not buy properties within the airport area, but ensure that the property you're buying or you bought are not under the government acquisition, or there is no form of government encumbrances on those property before you go ahead. So if you've done that already, if you've already bought a property already, you can still go ahead and do a proper verification on those land now before it becomes too late. Because if you can go ahead and build, and in 10-15 years from now the government might come back and tell you that this land was originally meant for this and this and that, and then you might end up losing your assets or your investment. Imagine how you will feel in 10-15 years from now if an issue like this should come up in a property that you acquire. So it is very, very important that you do your due diligence, and also remember to work with professionals in this industry, because even though you might have done your Google research, you've done some research online, it is very, very important that you speak to experts. These are people that are their daily doings or their daily livings revolves around real estate transactions. Sometimes they understand the law, they understand the principle, they know more about the transaction when it comes to acquiring safe and secured landed property. So ensure you contact a realtor in the industry, a specialized one at that matter, someone that you can trust or you can rely on to give you the accurate information before going ahead to make an acquisition or constructing any kind of structure, especially within the airport environment. I remain your favorite real estate investment coach and realtor, Peter Okorafo. My job is to ensure that you make a safe and secure real estate investment. So ensure you like and share this video, and also follow us on all social media platforms to get more tips and also guides as regards investing in real estate. And also, if you like to make more money through strategic real estate investment, you might as well send us a message. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.
To watch more, subscribe.